Well, hello and welcome to the Toadstead. Yeah, we're inside the shop here. Um, I had done a video quite a while back of when, and the rooster's going to hang out with us, of when the original ceiling for this shop was put up. I purchased this building from a company just as these uprights you see here, and of course there's down along the floor, there's this kind of metal. And the crew that came around to put it up, all they did was put that up along with the roof. There was no ends here. There was no wall material on the exterior here. Let's hope it doesn't freak out in the sunshine. There certainly wasn't an end on this end or the garage door. More walls. Our man door. I mean, this basically looked like, the best way I can describe it is one of those things that people buy to store their RV under. And then we finished it out. I had a series of friends over a series of a couple of months. Everything from kids to older friends that came over. And then we built this little deal here, little loft. That room in there is where I keep my reloading equipment and where my guitars and basses and all that stuff are. That's kind of like my little man shed. I can get in there and play and goof around. And this is just storage. Now that video, I don't know, I guess it must have gotten, at some point recently, it must have been linked to somebody's website. And it just all of a sudden started getting a whole bunch more hits. And with the hits came the comments. And for the most part, the comments were pretty cool. What I thought was funny was there's a lot of people who were concerned about the Mexican guys that put it up, which I thought was actually neat because most of them were asking if I'd given them a tip, if, praising them and everything. And to be honest with you, I don't even know if they were if the folks were from Mexico or if they were from Central America. I don't know. The company hired them. I've seen the crew around many times around the county. And no, I didn't check their IDs. I left that to the company. And yeah, we took care of them. Took care of them while they were here, just like we take care of any guest. But towards the end, somebody whose name I don't remember said something along the lines of, "Remember, you get what you pay for." Now, maybe I'm judging not the way he meant it, but it really sounded like he was somehow putting down, somehow saying that because this entire building, the dirt work, the concrete floor, yeah, it's got a 4-inch slab, 4 inch in the middle and 6 inches on the perimeter, and you can see it's made out of. It's galvalume, blah blah. Looks like a big carport. That somehow that was insufficient. It wasn't a good building, and I paid $5,000, just a little under $5,000 for all this. Half of it being just the concrete. Concrete's very expensive around here, and I was sitting there looking. I go, "What does he think that I got ripped off, or that maybe people should consider the price when they evaluate the quality?" Well, I guess the best thing I can say is look around you. A lot of those totes and stuff, that stuff is heavy. All right? There's some things of PVC, but like that one's full of electrical supplies. I'm not going to go in there, but there's well over 1,000 pounds just hanging on that wall on nothing more than shelf hangers. Okay? Up here, I think I did a video on this. If not, remind me, I'll do another one. But these racks are hanging from the ceiling. This is something I'd done years ago to store the panels that we custom built for our house down in Louisiana to keep them. These are the panels that were custom fit for each door and window in case of a hurricane. And they're rather ungainly things to store. So I did this in that house in Louisiana. And when I moved up here, I realized, hey, I'm not going to give away that space. So that's All right, and that's the important part, is that's hanging from the ceiling. And there, just, you look around and you can see there's more stuff hanging. There's all the bee stuff. And then of course the shelf is supported all the way, all on three sides by the walls, the loft. And then of course in the middle you do have two walls here that help to support it. I don't think this building, personally, is any worse or better structurally than pretty much any others in its class. We're on top of a hill. We get lots of wind. I'm not going to tell you it's tornado proof. I'm not an idiot, neither are you. But this building has put up with everything. We're now, I want to say we're year 3 into it. And just in case you're wondering, let me see. Watch out, the camera's going to flip out a second when I get into the sun. If you look across the street, we have a neighbor who has the carport style building over his fifth wheel. And that thing is still there. There's no walls, there's nothing structural on that. It looks like it's leaning from here, but it's actually because the angle of the land. But ours looks similar to that, obviously a different roof line. Still standing. So if you're considering an outbuilding of some sort, you know, a lot of people want to choose, they have to choose between this, perhaps a wooden pole barn, perhaps even a store-bought building. My personal experience with the store-bought buildings is I can build my own, I can replicate what they have in the Home Depot parking lot and stuff like that for about 1/3 of the retail cost. That's been my experience, because I've helped people build sheds who chose to build instead of paying the money. And that's about what it ended up, is 1/3. Now, why didn't I go that way? Well, because you're not going to get a portable, this building's 30 by 40. Not going to get a portable building that size, not going to link them together, not going to get into that mess. And then, well, why didn't you get a pole barn? Well, for one reason. Metal doesn't dry rot and turn into sawdust. I'm building, here on the Toadstead, we're trying to build to a 50-year standard. I'm in my mid-50s. But by the time I'm 100, I'm not going to care. But I don't want to come back and repair rotted wood. We also have Formosan termites down here. I just didn't want to deal with wood. I'll deal with wood in other places, but this is the one place I didn't want to deal with wood. And overall, cost-wise, the $5,000, that was a combination of purchasing, paying to build, and like I said, we did everything but the roof, the original structure and the roof. You can watch that video. You can go look through it. You can see what it looked like when the crew left. Overall, we are very, very happy with how things have gone. And if our friend who left the comment about you get what you pay for, all I can say is I hope to God that everything else we do on the Toadstead makes me feel that I got what I paid for, as much as the shell of this shed. We are very pleased with the quality, the usefulness, everything about it, especially when you compare it to what we paid for it. All right, done blathering. Thank you very much. If you got any more questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments. Thanks for coming along for the ride. We'll see you next time.